Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good day. I am doing my persuasive speech on underage drinking. So, the question is, should the drinking age be lowered to 18? I'm going to start off with telling you guys some statistics. According to the 2013 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 35.1% of 15-year-olds report that they have had at least one drink in their lifetime. About 8.7 million people ages 12 to 20, which is 22.7% of this age group, reported drinking alcohol in the past month, which is 23% of males and 22.5% females. According to the 2013 NSDUH, approximately 5.4 million people, about 14.2%, ages 12 to 20, engaged in binge drinking, which is 15.8% of males and 12.4% of females. According to the 2013 NSDUH, approximately 1.4 million people, which is about 3.7%, ages 12 to 20, engaged in heavy drinking, and that was 4.6% of males and 2.7% of females. These statistics show us that underage drinking is definitely that we have something going on, and even though the drinking age is 21, kids don't care and they're still going to drink. College students are a huge portion of people who drink under the age of 21. About 4 out of 5 college students drink alcohol. About half of college students who drink also consume alcohol through binge drinking. Why don't we prepare kids on how to drink before they go to college? If the drinking age was 18, most people turn 18 before they go to college, so parents could teach their kids the safe way to drink, and then they wouldn't be worried about having to sneak it in college. And I know firsthand in college, people are all about partying and getting drunk. So if the drinking age were 18, this would prevent people from going crazy when they get to college and they feel free from their parents. There are actually a lot of people who are for lowering the drinking age to 18, and I am one of those people, and I'm going to explain some of the reasons why we think this. Proponents of lowering the minimum legal drinking age, also known as the MLDA, from 21 argue that it has not stopped teen drinking and has instead pushed underage binge drinking into private and less controlled environments, leading to more health and life-endangering behavior by teens. 18 is the age of adulthood in the United States, and adults should have the right to make their own decisions about alcohol consumption. When you turn 18, you have the right to vote, you can join the military, and you can get married, so it doesn't really make sense how you can't decide to have your own alcohol. We have people serving our country out there, but they can't go in a bar and get served beer. Allowing 18 to 20-year-olds to drink alcohol in regular environments that are regulated with supervision would decrease unsafe drinking activity. There are actually fewer drunk driving traffic accidents and fatalities in many of the countries with the MLDA of 18. Lowering the legal drinking age from 21 to 18 would diminish the thrill of breaking the law to get a drink. Half of the problem of the drinking age being 21 is that kids want that thrill of doing something illegal and doing something that they know that they shouldn't be doing. The legal drinking age of 21 is largely ineffective because the majority of teens continue to consume alcohol anyways. Lowering the drinking age of 21 to 18 would reduce the number of underage people who are hurt from alcohol-related injuries or accidents due to fear of legal consequences if they sought medical attention. 61% of countries have a drinking age of 18 to 19 years old, and these countries are proof that if there's a lower drinking age, then it's more of a normal thing and you can teach kids how to be safe. Countries such as Italy, China, Greece are some of the countries where the legal drinking age is lower, and they seem to have fewer alcohol-related problems. Current law in terms of legal drinking age has caused more alcohol-related deaths than there has ever been. When drinking is made legal for anyone under the age of 21 and over 18, drinking takes place in public. It can then be supervised by police, security guards, and health workers as well. I actually have a friend who was from Germany, and she just came here to go to college, but now she's back in Germany. And she would tell us that since the drinking age there is 16, you can drink beer at 16. They would start drinking it at dinner, like a normal family dinner, and then when they would go out with their friends, it was just more of like a social drinking rather than in the United States, it seems to be a place where people just go out to get drunk because it's like the thrill of it being illegal. So in Germany, they're taught how to drink, and it's just a normal thing instead of people just wanting to go crazy. So, in my opinion, it definitely makes sense to lower the drinking age in the United States. Whether the legal drinking age is 18 or 21, there are going to be problems related to alcohol. And making 21 the legal drinking age definitely doesn't solve that problem. As a matter of fact, it's actually one of the reasons why we see so many alcohol related deaths among teenagers. They get their hands on alcohol and get overly intoxicated that they are never sure if they have access to the forbidden fruit ever again until they are 21. People that have a drinking age of 18 are taught how to drink by their parents. The countries that have a lower drinking age look at drinking as more of a social thing than just going out and getting drunk. They do not have to sneak it, so it seems to be the norm. People under the age of 21 have a more likely chance of drinking and driving because they do not want to get in trouble for underage drinking, so they try to be sneaky and they drive themselves. I know some of my friends in high school would go out to parties and drink, and then their parents would tell them they have to come home that night. So instead of telling their parents because they were so scared of drinking, they would drive themselves home drunk. Luckily, made it home safely, but they could have killed themselves or someone else. People under the age of 21 are also more likely to get drunk because they do not know the next time that they will drink again. So both of these problems could be completely solved if we would just lower our drinking age. I am not saying that I agree or I think that kids should just be going out getting drunk, but other countries are proof that a younger drinking age leads to safer drinking, which is something we need here in the United States. Obviously, there are many people against this because they argue that teens are simultaneously undergoing physical changes, peer pressure, and new situations and urges, allowing them to consume alcohol can make them more vulnerable to drug and substance abuse, unplanned and unprotected sex, depression, violence, and other social ills. This obviously is true, but kids go to college not being 21 and they get some of them have never drank before, so then they don't have their parents with them, go crazy, get drunk, and those are the kids that end up getting raped or they start doing drugs. So if we had a drinking age of 18 and parents could teach kids before they go to college, this would solve these problems. And half the problem of underage drinking is the thrill of just doing something illegal. It seems to not make sense, but in kids' heads, they want to do it because it gives them a thrill. They think they're doing something that they're not supposed to be doing because they are. The drinking age might as well be lowered to 18 because teens are going to do it anyways. That's just a cold hard fact. There's no way of stopping them, so it might as well be legal. We can teach kids how to do it, and then the police can start cracking down also on drinking and driving more because instead of having to worry about going after kids who are underage drinking, they can go after drunk drivers who are out there killing people or themselves. Overall, I think there are definitely many more positives to lowering the drinking age to 18 than negatives. There's obviously going to be people who don't want their kids drinking before the age of 21, but it's the only thing that logically makes sense to keep the United States a safer place.